In 1967, I took a trip from Milwaukee in that car to Dallas, Texas. On the way, I stopped at my mother's cousin, Bibi, and her daughter, and then continued on down to Dallas. And this is a collection of pictures that I took when I continued the trip on into Mexico, and I went to summer school in Guadalajara. And certainly these pictures, the quality isn't real good, but some of the pictures, most of them, I don't hardly even remember anything about them other than, oh yeah, I think I did stop there and take that picture. But I'm just recently found these on my collection of Google Photos, and as I said, that car was, in those days you could drive a car if you could find the group or the association or the out of Milwaukee, and I don't know if they paid me or not, but I took that as an opportunity to pay my passage to Dallas, and then from Dallas I went into Mexico I may have hitchhiked part way, but then when I got into Mexico I went by bus from the border down to Guadalajara. And these are just some pictures that I took along the way or at some place during that trip. I went to summer school for I think 6 weeks through the University of San Francisco, and trying to learn Spanish, but it wasn't quite so much that I learned Spanish, but it was a interesting time. I went, some of these pictures or around the city, or I think Juarez might be an area that I probably, like I said, I was in the bus in the country trying to get some good pictures, but obviously as I look at them they certainly are not all that great, because I took pictures with my 35 millimeter camera, and then several years ago, actually it's been quite a few years ago now, that I converted all those pictures into digital, and that's why I am putting these up here, because I have made that conversion, and then I have to or want to store these pictures someplace. I do recall, I guess, just looking at some of these pictures and seeing that, oh yeah, that's where I was at the school, and Guadalajara, a big city. I don't remember how many million people lived there, but I got to meet a number of people. I lived in a apartment with a guy from San Francisco, another guy from New York, another guy from Austria who worked for the Volkswagen plant at that particular city. And the people of the house, a couple of elderly ladies. Oh, this here's a market. Those were always fun to go to. And I think I bought, actually I don't know what I bought there. I didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't really want to spend, or didn't spend very much. And in those days, money was just a little different than what it is now. People don't think much of spending $200 or $300 a night. Well, for me at that time, it was probably $200 a month, or maybe even not even that much. But traveled around the city a little bit by bus with some people that I got to know a little bit. I don't want to talk about my grades, other than I guess I will, because I did not have very good grades through that school, because I was a terrible student. I went to class, but I didn't learn. I mean, it wasn't, the language wasn't an easy thing. If any of you ever get, or some of you may have been into the city of Guadalajara, which is probably a tourist destination nowadays, you might recognize some of the pictures in this video that I have here. I spent I don't know how many days there, but then after Guadalajara, I went to Guanajuato, I believe it was, which is another place where tourists are, a destination, I guess, for travel. I've made a few side trips from the city. I don't remember where they went, other than maybe one was to I guess I can't even remember what that was, but this is again here a picture, part of the touristy items. Get on a horse and buggy in the city. Fountains are a tourist destination around the central square of the city. Huge cathedrals. And again, fountains. I don't know what they would look like nowadays, but I'm sure there'd be a lot more people. Certainly a lot of build-up in the city, because it was. I'm sure the population is 3 times what it was when I was there. At the school, at the college, they put on a demonstration of bullfighting. And generally when people watch bullfighting, they want the bull to win. I mean, civilized people. Artwork was a big deal in a lot of different places. I somehow remember the artist name of Orozco. He had a certain style that was, flames and problems that they've had in Mexico have been many, and certainly nowadays there are just lots and lots of gangs and places that would not be safe to visit. I had a trip, or after I was in Guanajuato, I went down to Mexico City, and that was a place that the population there was much greater than Guadalajara, but unfortunately I do not have any pictures that I had taken when I was in Mexico City. I do remember visiting the temples that were outside of the city, and that was, I think I climbed it. But the city of or the Mexico City, it was it was just like I said, a huge place. And then from Mexico City, I came back. I think I came back by train. I came up to El Paso, and then I think I came from El Paso north or back to Wisconsin by bus, which was probably a 20-hour trip. Maybe it was more. In those days, I probably slept on the bus. Like I said, I didn't have the money that I would have liked to had, but I came back, and then I came back and worked later that summer. I went to work for a plumber in Baraboo at the University of Wisconsin in Baraboo, as that was being built. So I assisted with laying pipe in that place. And then following that, working there for several or a few months, basically saving everything that I made and working at home on the farm a little bit, helping with chores and things. Then in the next fall, I went to over to Europe and spent 5 months, I think, 5 months over in Europe. And I still have pictures someplace of my European travels, but picture taking certainly is not very difficult nowadays with all the phones that everybody carries around with them, and the quality of the phones nowadays is really quite good. And you can either make videos and put them up on YouTube or store them someplace, or you can take photos. And I'm learning that doing both is the thing to do. Everything that we do is, like I said before in one of my videos, is history, and recording history, and all of the photos I have here are recorded moments of history. And this video, I would guess, is probably 15 minutes long, and it represents probably about 2 months of things and places that I visited. And I haven't looked at my notes, but I probably should, and then I'd probably tell a little bit more about some of these things. That picture, I think, is in Guanajuato, and that, I'm not sure where I was there. It was in July, and the temperatures were not, they were warm, but it was not I would say, not stifling hot. People say that it was on a plateau. Guadalajara is in a plateau. There's a big lake near there. Many Americans go to retire around that lake. This is at the bottom of a canyon. I think I went down, walked down, and came back up by cable car. And when you take pictures, or when I did anyway, you just didn't want to waste your pictures, or you wanted to have nice things that you took a picture of. And this is where in Guadalajara, these are the people I stayed with. So basically, I think this is all of my Mexico pictures, but I will try to organize and get some of my other stuff that I have and store my pictures in a like I'm doing on my YouTube channel. And for me at the present time, this seems to be a good way to save them. And then I wonder, well, what am I saving them for? Well, I can look back and I think, oh yeah, this is what I remember. And I know you don't have to subscribe to my channel, but this, I don't make any money on any of this, but it just lets me know that, well, there are people interested maybe in places that I've been, and many people have been to the same area or same places, and or if they haven't, maybe their kids or they know people that have been there. And that's my mother's cousin. The organization of these pictures is disorganization. So anyway, I hope if you watched this and you enjoyed it, thumbs up.